Good morning.
Turn right, Normandy Way.
Oh dear. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 10:06 on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, you heard correctly, and we're off. We are off. We pulled a shorty this weekend.
Turn right.
So 26 hours off, I think it was. Then back on it, because it's easy to repay the time next weekend. It's bank holiday weekend. Woo! So yeah. So we're off to Ellesmere Port. I'm staying up at the truck stop up there. And I'm meeting an old army mate for a Ruby Murray tonight. Looking forward to that, catching up. I haven't seen him for
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, Normandy Way.
oh Christ, when was the last time I seen him? Last summer, about a year ago.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
So it'd be good to catch up with him. Got the world's to right. We don't. It's funny. It's like, you know, he's one of my oldest friends. We joined up on the same day, and it was when we got the 21.6 at the same time. Well, he got there a little bit later after than I did, and then we ended up in my last post, and he was there as well.
After 500 feet, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, Berry Road.
And both of us did absolutely bugger all. You know, we were professional. We were professional at doing bugger all. Let's say we were extremely good at it.
Second exit.
You know, if there was a trade for doing bugger all, we both had different trades by profession. Both had different jobs within the Royal Signals, but we were fucking excellent at doing bugger all. So anyway, we were so on a Friday afternoon. I thought it might not have even been a Friday, but one afternoon about 3 o'clock. Oh, what's that there? That's Saturday cat. Is that I don't know what that was. It's mush. You know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we sort of finished for the day, knocked off. And we were sauntering down the road. We were both in uniform, and we were sauntering down the road from the big house. They called the big house or the White House. And got a rattle. I don't know what a rattle. We were sauntering down the road, and we were in uniform, and we happened to be eating ice creams. You know, like you do. Well, you don't really when you're in uniform, but like we did. Well, it so happened because there was a lot of high-ranking officers, because it was Joint Headquarters, British Army of the Rhine, and they had a lot of. It was a big NATO contingent there, so they had all like the Americans, the French, the Germans, the Belgians, the Cloggies. You had them. They're all in there. And so we had some high-ranking officers, and you know, a number of generals and shit like that. Well, they used to obviously driving around in the staff car, aren't they? So anyway, this general was driving up the road in his staff car. Well, he was being driven, chauffeur driven, like a general is. And one of the rules is that you always salute the car. If you see the staff car coming towards you, and you can always tell a staff car, especially if it's got a red plate on it with a couple of stars on it, you know that bloke in there is fairly important, you know? He's not a man to be trifled with. He's like one of the men that goes, right, I'll push the button or not push the button. You know, they're up there. So me and my mate, we were just wandering, sauntering on down the road, eating a fucking cornetto, and well, we saw the car. How the fuck was I going to salute him? I had a cornetto in one hand and my bag in the other. You know, it's like, I ain't dropping me fucking ice cream. Well, clearly that didn't go down too well.
26, March with bypass.
And we both had a bit of explaining to do. My excuse of not wanting to drop me cornetto, because that was in my right hand, which was me saluting hand. It didn't wash. I thought it was a perfectly
Turn right.
feasible explanation as to why I didn't sleep. You know? And justified. I mean, it was a hot day. I wanted an ice cream. So anyway, it was him that I was with when we got collared. Nothing happened as a result of it. We're just a bit more wary of where we ate our ice creams, that was all. So, fucking things we got away with there was unbelievable. Oh, what a rattle. I don't know how to rattle, especially because I know it's been mug. I'm a bit precious over me mug. Well, I might have rattled its way into a calming position. So yeah, I'm going out to Ellesmere Port, and I'm going to have a Ruby with one of my oldest mates. And, it's funny because we don't talk very often on the phone, rarely in fact, but it's we know what's going on in each other's lives roughly because of the power of Facebook and all that sort of shit, social media. But
go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
like he knows, like I know, is that we're always there, you know. Shit, it's a fan, we're there. It's the way it is. There's no questions, there's no there'd be no if, buts or maybes, it would be we're there. Simple as. And that's what happens when you join, you know. That's part of the deal. And sometimes it takes you a little while to realise this. And it took me a little while. But the friends you make when you're in are friends that you will have until your dying day. And if you want them there on your dying day, they will be there. You know, it's that simple. It really is that simple. It's just it's difficult to explain. I think that
Keep left.
you know, and we're all sort of getting on a bit now. I mean, you know, we're all in our 50s. Some are in their 60s, and it's like my mate said the other day. So I've got to 60 years of age, and I've just realised I like tomatoes, you know. And you find it funny. It's funny because you know all these things about them, about what they've done, where they've been, what they've gone through.
Keep left,
and
then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
I don't know. It's just a bit of a strange phenomenon.
Keep left.
It's one of those strange
Cross
things.
the roundabout and take the second exit.
And it's humbling.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, M271, towards Ellesmere.
Now, when I got married for the third time, that's some nice livery on there. I saw him the other day. On that truck. 25th anniversary. What was I saying? Yeah, when I got married to the gorgeous Kira, I invited a load of mates. I didn't expect them all to turn up, you know. I didn't think that, you know. I invited 6 or 7 mates, army mates that I'd served with, and this was stretching back over 40 years ago. Every one of them turned up. Every single one. Fucking hell, that was I had a traditional stag do the night before. Fucking I was absolutely fucking hanging the next morning. I had a job to stand up. I waiting for breakfast. I was still pissed. I should have known better. I was old enough. Plus I'd already had a couple of weddings under my belt. I should have known better. No, go out the night before, go out with your mates that you served with and get absolutely fucking mullered. Well, that's what we did. So we were a bit delicate. And I think I told the story, we were at this, we had this very hard venue out. It was an old mill, Sopley Mill. You can look it up, it's a beautiful place. S-O-P-L-E-Y, Sopley Mill, near Christchurch. And you hired a venue, but you have to get in your caterers and your bar and your bar staff and all that malarkey sort of thing. Anyway, and luckily we knew some people in the right places. So a mate of mine did the catering actually, old Toby. And he did a splendid job, absolutely splendid. But we had a bar in and they said, oh, you know, there's a minimum spend on the bar. We said, yeah, all right, 150 quid. Oh, well, yeah, I can't see that being a bit of being an issue myself, right? Well, yeah, but we want the money up front. Oh, yeah, no problem at all. I mean, the bar opened at, I think the wedding was at 2 o'clock and the bar opened at, oh, shut up. And the bar opened at 1. And they were going to, they did shut the bar during the ceremony. That nearly caused a fucking riot. There was I think we had 150 people at the wedding. So it wasn't a little do, it was you know, it was a good old spread like. And there was 150 people at the wedding. And the bloke who was running the bar had been, I think the bar had opened at something like 12:30, 12:15, something like that. They got there at 12 and opened up more or less straight away because there's people queuing at the fucking bar. People got there early because I said the bar would be open, so there's people queuing at the bar. The bar had been open an hour, and the bloke goes, he was walking out with a barrel of lager. I said, oh, you've got plenty more of that. And he says, well, I'm going up to my mates. I said, he says, we've done a barrel, and the bar's only been open 45 minutes.
Then take the wind away.
I said, well, this is only a start, so best you get enough in, because if you run out, I think you might get strung up. And it won't just be by me or my wife to be, but it'll be by them lot in there. And I pointed to the crowd of like my ex-army mates. There was only about 7 or 8 of them, 6, 7, 8, I think, had turned up. That were there. Everyone that was inviting their wives and, you know, and a few other more mates that had turned up that were there. Well, they've done, you know, they've done a barrel in the first like 40, 45 minutes. There's 80 pints in a barrel. That sort of set the tone. You can imagine what it was like by the end of the evening. Carnage. There was I saw people stood at the bar with no shoes on, drinking out their shoes. Bringing like, not cocktails, but like shorts, like fucking, what are they called? Those fucking sour things that you can go, I'm not into them myself, like. They were drinking out of fucking high heel shoes. So, fuck. My brother-in-law had to be carried out. Fucking hell. And then went home and proceeded to puke up all over the mother-in-law's carpet. Yeah, that went down well. I am now #1 son-in-law. I was instantly promoted. So yeah, army mates, anyone who served in the forces, you know, will know that it's
After 1.2 miles, take the exit 4 N27 towards Winchester.
It's like this. It's really cliched, but it sounds really naff and horrible. But there's this unbreakable bond. Doesn't matter. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I've banged on enough about that. Anyway, I'm heading north. I'm going out to Ellesmere Port. I'm going out to recruitment. Oh mate, there you go. That's what you need to know, isn't it? Really. So my rough plan is. What am I on there? I'm on the M27, I've gone onto the M3, which will take me onto the A34, which will get me onto the M40, M42, M6. M6, whatever it is, 50, whatever, 50 something or other. Look into Ellesmere Port. I'll be stopping somewhere along the way. I'll probably stop. I'll probably stop at Chilwell Valley so I can get a drink inside me and something to eat, and then we'll crack on from there. So I'll speak to you all later at some point, no doubt. Speak to you later. Hello. Oh, we're just leaving. We stopped at Chilwell Valley for 45. And we're ready to rock and roll again. What a fucking rubbish here, look. Shocking. Ready to go? Yeah. We're ready to go. Nothing coming. Full of fridge units here. Look at the rubbish. Oh, it's terrible. Look. Someone's emptied loads of litter bins here, look. Minging. Oh, back is killing me still. Turn left, we'll do that. It's always been a dirty truck stop, isn't it? What is that, a big bag of rubbish there? What is going on? Appalling. I drove half our kit. It's knackered. Steady stream of cars aren't leaving the services here. Wow. Come on then. $197. This was up at 209. Loads of people in wrong lanes here. Okay, here we go.
After 600 feet, keep right, then turn left.
Where's all this traffic come from? decided he's in the wrong lane. Bit late there. Oh no. He's decided to go out round the vehicles, even though there's only one lane there, one lane here. That guy in the white Mercedes up there has decided to get in to a lane that doesn't exist. Thought he'd be clever. Unbelievable. RAC man ain't too clever either.
Turn left, A43 towards Middleton.
Oh, I don't know. People everywhere. Used to call them Sunday drivers, didn't they? I don't know if that still applies, but it's people that don't get out too much, don't do a lot of driving, only come out and drive at the weekends. It's just looking at people and trying to work out where they're going all the time, and half of them don't know. So, we've got 151 mile to go.
After 600 feet, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A14.
It says I'm due in there about 4 o'clock. Yeah, that's about right. Unless I need to stop for a pee somewhere, which could be the case. So here we go. What's that on the road? Fan bolt. Oh dear. That means that somewhere along here there's going to be somebody broken down. I don't know how long that belt's been there, it might have been there since yesterday. I suspect it's fairly recent though. So not overly heavy. Didn't even bother, I think it's about, the box is about 10 tonne. Hummer. Oh my word! I'll have a curry tonight and sleep like the dead. The rest of the trip, M40, M42, M6. Oh, I still didn't remember what road it was. M56, I think it is. Down there, along there for a bit, and then turn right, and I'm there. Ellesmere. Shouldn't be too busy in there today. Well, hopefully not. Find out when we get there. So anyway, as I've got no news for you, I may as well turn you off and put you on again when I get a bit further up the road, probably when I get on the M56 and run into the services. Yeah, speak to you all later, bye. Hello? What's going on here? 50 mile an hour limit, and people are doing well under. So go threading our way through Birmingham, the M6. Fort Dunlop on our right. Speed ahead now on the elevated section. Is my ETA now. You need to have a look over here on the left hand side. I don't know how much you'll see. They were doing a load of work last time I come up through here. Obviously still doing it. But interesting to see what it's going to be. A lot of work, a lot of earth moving. Fairly hefty machinery in there. Wow. This road's horrendous. All of that down in there, that was all factory units last time I was here. Fairly hefty redevelopment work around here. Garlic factory to my right. Bastards. There's more of them, look. Easier than I thought. I thought it was clagged up all the way through here. Showing a 4-minute delay somewhere, but that might go by the time we get to it. Speed restriction. Not that I can do 40. allotments in there to the left. It looks like an old shanty town. Well, we're still moving. Trying to think what we did yesterday. Went to Tesco's. That's about as rock and roll as it got. What did we do? I went to a nice farm shop nearby. We're going out next weekend. Well, we're going up to stay with some with the gorgeous Kira's boss. We're going up to stay at their house Friday night. Should be good. Bank holiday weekend, so plenty of time to recover. Okay, now we can get going again. I don't quite get this speed limit for air quality. Not that many trucks on the road today. going. So that was Birmingham. Rock and roll, eh? Still want to be a trucker? Back end of those new Range Rovers just looks. I quite like the way the lights are integrated, but I don't like the shape of it. It's just no, it just makes it look like it's got a fat ass.
After half a mile, keep right. Slow traffic on M6, E05. Traffic jam ahead between A461 Green Road and Eltham Lane. 2 minutes delay.
I can live with 2 minutes.
Keep right.
Well, I was saying that was Birmingham. This still is, I guess. Birmingham's a place that I don't very often come to. Sort of scoot around the edges of it, but rarely go into Birmingham.
Slow traffic on M6, E05. Traffic jam ahead. Follow M6 towards Wolverhampton for 10 miles.
But I rarely go into Birmingham. With a 2 minute delay. Going over an elevated section again. I don't know the different suburbs of Birmingham at all, or the surrounding area. Here we go, brake lights all coming to a halt. The traffic coming up from the M5, haven't you? All the holiday makers going home after coming up from Devon and Cornwall. See the back end of that Range Rover. See, I like the lights. I just don't like the shape. Leaving a bit of a space so people can come in, like the kind of person that I am. That little Suzuki isn't letting anyone in. In fact, he's trying to get into a left-hand lane that isn't there. I don't know what the guy in that key is holding out for, but I'll suggest he moves over a little bit. Bit of room, let that truck come on across if he wants to. He said thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Places to be, curry to eat. $16.15 ETA now. We're off again. So no real drama alarmers. It's a bit breezy. Not that it affects me, but you can see the old flags flying over there. You can see the rubbish blowing around and the trees getting a bit of a shaking. You come on in, my son. He's on a mission. Look at the level of traffic here, you know. All these necessary journeys, you know, we really do need to start thinking about how much money we're spending on fuel. Because come this winter, if things carry on the way they are, you're going to have to, right? You're going to have to tighten the old belt up, right? They already said, I'm sure I read that there's already been a 30% increase on credit card spending, because they can, you know, the credit card companies know where you're spending your money, don't they? Obviously. And it is reported that, you know, there's been a 30% increase on credit card spending on normal household goods, like you're shopping in Tesco's or Asda. Do you know what I mean? And the people are only doing that because they ain't got the money from, so they're short of money. And you can only keep on doing that until the money runs out, can't you? Until your credit limit is topped out, and then it stops. And then you've got huge bills to pay, and then you're in the shit. There's people in the shit now, and some through no fault of their own. You know, they're on low incomes and they just ain't got enough money to get them through. By the time they pay the bills, there's nothing left. So what do? You know, we'll feed the kids, we'll have some hot water. You know, it's and then other people have got there because they've just been stupid with their money, you know. Just keeping an eye on my left-hand mirror, make sure no lunatic is going to come up on the left-hand side of me. And that's we're facing. So I don't think people realise I'm hoping that I'm going to be wrong. I really do. But I think we're in for some dire times over the next 6 months. Because even if, you know, like, oh, you know, they said, oh, you get 400 quid off it. The government are going to give every household 400 quid. Brilliant, thanks very much. You know, I'm not saying no to it. But 400 quid in today's money, it doesn't really go that far. It doesn't go, you know, not when you expect, you know, the chances are you could be paying over 4 grand for your electric a year. And that's tripled or quadrupled in price. So 400 quid, yeah. You know, you were paying £1.5 grand a year or 2 grand, and all of a sudden it's gone up to 4 grand. 400 quid, well, yeah, it helps, but where does the other £1.5 grand come from? You know, fucking got a magic pot somewhere. You put your hand into it, and there's £1.5 grand in there. There's going to be a lot of problems, and it's going to take. The trouble is, people will get through it because you do, but there will be some that don't, and the ones that do but get themselves into huge amounts of debt will take years to get themselves sorted out. Absolutely years. Shame. It's a shame. Looks like we're moving a bit now. 16:21. I think I said in a previous couple of videos that my predictions, and I'm not sure if I mentioned, I hinted that I had one other prediction, and I wasn't too happy about sharing it. I was going to keep it to myself, but I think this is purely down to my own speculation of what's going on around me, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Come February, March time, and I might have already said this, I can't remember whether I have or not actually. You know what my memory's like. A lot of Yoda wagons here. The telltale bit will be after Christmas. When the credit card bills come in from after Christmas, and the 4 weeks after that, so end of February, beginning of March, and people are absolutely skin, and that's the time. I reckon there might be a little bit of civil unrest. I hope there isn't, because it doesn't achieve anything. But I think people will be at the end of their tether by then. So I think I think we're going to have a hard winter, because the seasons are all clocked up. I mean, the trees are turning brown already. There's leaves coming off of them in places. It's quite green around here actually. But yeah, I think we could be in for a bit of trouble. It's my predictions. I hope they're wrong. So we'll have to find out, won't we? So on that cheery note, give you one last little bit of advice. Let's watch out for gout. I'll speak to you later. Hello. This is fun. 3:15, M6 northbound, and yeah, ground to a halt. Oh, we're moving. know what the problem is. I think there might be an accident, but I'm not entirely sure. The only thing I know for certain is my back's hurting. Oh. This is where cars start to break down. Start overheating, clutch issues, bit of an incline, no hard shoulder, recipe for disaster. There's a white E-Class Merc up ahead. You know, it's not. He's been in every lane so far. He was next to me at one stage, and he's been in every lane. He's now in the number 1 lane. It was Doris's birthday today. I sent her a message wishing her happy birthday, got one back, so I'm still number 1 son-in-law. I just raised my profile just a little bit more. God, I'll be glad to get out there tonight. Over the people on the bus. That's your speed limit, you have a laugh, haven't you? Got a job to do 10 mile an hour. Coaches held together with silver masking tape, gaffer tape. I haven't seen any drivers on their phones, but every passenger has either been asleep or on their phone. They all dive in now. So our ETA now is 16:44. Not that it bothers me today, I'm paid by the hour, but I'd like to get out there. M56, that's the road I'm going on. That full focus ain't got a lot of chance of getting in. The left hand lane I wouldn't have thought. Oh, he has done. You're doing over 10 mile an hour. Still saying slow traffic for 36 minutes. I've only got 55 mile to go. $17 minutes. It's a big old camper van. RV07 dog is the camper van reg, and the car is RV07 pup. Reckon they like dogs. Cool. Let's look well tonight. Once I'm full of chicken jalfrezi. Mushroom fried rice. And a paratha. And a pint of cobra. I haven't even got to get up early in the morning either. Where I'm stopping and where I've got to deliver to is probably all of 5 minutes drive. It's on the same industrial estate. And I haven't got to be in till 8:30, so get up about 7, put my card in, away we go. Big old A8 5 litres turbo diesel. It's a big old lump. Moss GTD. Good. Speed on, Waitrose. Speed on. I got held up at an accident here before. I was here bloody hours. I think I told you is that it was a lorry had come off, was coming onto the motorway at this next junction, and he tipped it over. It was a curtain sider, and before he tipped, everything he'd obviously come round too fast, and the load had shifted. Because before he actually went over, the curtains had obviously bust, and nothing must have been strapped down, and it was all washing machines, and they all spat themselves across the bloody carriageway. So as you can imagine, it was hell of a mess. We should be clear of this in 13 minutes. Should. I like seeing kids looking out a window and having a good old look about, you know, rather than their head stuck in an iPad or on a phone, especially young kids. Always find it a little bit disturbing when I see them like stuck on a phone or watching things, looking at what's going on around you, being aware of your surroundings. You can learn an awful lot just by looking. Now it's telling me now that I can, if I turn left here, come off, I can be 3 minutes, shave 3 minutes off my time. Well, no. That ain't gonna happen. Well, nothing exciting going on here, so I'm going to speak to you all later. Hello. We're nearly at the end of whatever is holding us up, so we may see, or we may not. I suspect we'll get there and there'll be nothing to see whatsoever. Which would be a good thing, because that means there was nothing too serious. Lane swapping going on. They weren't all looking. There was a motocross track in there. But I think they might have all slowed down because people were gawking and looking into the left there. Because all of a sudden, it's starting to move. Oh my word. Really? Traffic's cleared, look. Unbelievable. Just people looking at an event which is being held in a field next to the motorway. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Speechless. Absolutely speechless. Right, 51 miles to go. It's 21 degrees, it's 15:37 and it's Sunday afternoon. I hope everyone's been to church. Had your roast dinner. Sat down in the armchair. What you got on the telly this afternoon? You've probably got a bit of Antiques Roadshow maybe. Then you got Songs for Praise. Then you got Edith Chalmers doing the holiday programme, haven't you? Ski Sunday, is that still on? Showing me age, you know. Ski Sunday. When was the last time that was on? It's a knockout. That's what we want. I want to bring back It's a Knockout. The Belgians always lost. Edith Chalmers, she's still alive. I don't even know if she is she? Didn't her daughter die? I think her daughter died, didn't she? That was a shame. Died of cancer, right? I think, wasn't it? She was no age either. I think Judith might even still be alive. But she's got to be a fair age. Right. Like I said before, watch out for goat. Hello. We're on the M56. So this is the last little run in now. Don't normally come along the M56, so I thought I'd edit you in. I spoke to my mate. Him and his missus is coming, Katie, and his two daughters. One's a copper and took after him. I'm not sure what the other one's doing. No, I'm not entirely sure. But it'll be good to see them all again, so that'll be good. Different part of the world. Rarely come down here. interstate drive. We had a few specks of rain, but nothing much. I thought it was going to chuck it down today. That's what I'd heard. So it's taken a little while to get up here. Time now is 4:15 Sunday afternoon. I've probably got about half an hour to go, if that. So best part of 7 hours. I had to take a break. But yeah. Fair way. I think you get to see a bit more in a minute. Installing new bridge. 2 miles. So, like I said, this is the M56 westbound, and we're heading for Ellesmere Port. Where they're putting the new bridges, but one of these has been replaced. No. Perhaps it's down here. Oh, I reckon it's down here. Some more than that limit. bridge doesn't look old enough to need replacing. Perhaps it's the metal one, the other side. Who knows? Back on it. So there's room at the inn. So as I've really cocked the plans up. We're back to limb services. There'll be room in there. Not that I really want to stay there. So, although to be fair, the food's not bad. I've eaten in there a couple of times and it's always been really good. I think I had a really nice steak and kidney pie, chips and peas in there one night. Now we get to see a bit more, I think, even though you got the sunrise. Oh, it's windy, yeah, I feel that. You can see the water over there on the right hand side, well maybe you will. Plenty of wind turbines around here, haven't there? Bit of a view. That's just going just a little bit too slow. Watch him put his foot down there. It's German. OS. Is that Osnabrück? Could well be. Yeah. Know it well. From home, my friend. See if it flashed me in or not, but give it the benefit of that. The place I'm going to tomorrow, I might have already been there once. I don't recognise it, but I can't remember the last place I went to up there. Well, I don't know what. I don't think I have. Green up here. Not greener than all the verges are still green though. There's a lot of traffic going the other way. Well, worst case scenario, if I can't get in this place, I'll come back to Chester Services. Only 8 mile away. Mind you, I'd have to get all through that traffic to get there, wouldn't I? Ball Lake. Yeah. I didn't see what the problem was. Sunshine, 22 degrees. That's a good temperature. I'm happy with that. Won't be too hot tonight. Just about right. We might have some rain though. A bit rainy up ahead. Ellesmere Port, 6 miles. Right. Hello, don't know what happened there. Decided to stop working for some bizarre reason. Hopefully it'll stay on for a bit.
Take the exit 15 in 53 towards
See if it does. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's the way it goes. So I'm coming off here. I think I need to be in that. coming off. Two junction 15s, how confusing is that?
Take the exit 15, then take the way.
Might be working, might not. This one.
Take the exit 9, 5032 towards East Port Centre, then give right on the roundabout and take the third exit, All Sides Road. Take the exit 9, then give right on the roundabout and take the third exit. Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, Oil Sides Road. Take the exit.
Can I do that? Don't fancy overtaking this lad. Moved over for me. What a nice gentleman. Some trailers in there. Get over, my son.
After 900 feet, turn right, Bridges Road.
Bumpy. Is it here? Right here. That's the household
Turn right.
waste recycling centre. Oh. Fucking kidding me. Oh my word. Can I get round here? I think I can. Jeez. I'm just having a quick check here.
Turn right, Oil Sites Road, then turn left.
I don't know where it's trying to take me. taking me the wrong way. I've got to be careful here because there's a... Both of them are saying turn left here.
After 300 feet, turn left, Bridges Road. Turn left.
It's right at that bridge. $15, alright. There's the bridge that threw me, but we're good.